Welcome into We Talk Ball on the College Sports Crew YouTube page. I'm your host, Chris. You can follow me on Twitter at CFP Talk 07. You can also follow the Twitter account at College Crew. You can go over to YouTube, hit the sub button for the at College Sports Crew YouTube page, capital C, capital S, capital C. We got a very happy Bama fan, my co-host. How are we feeling on this wonderful Sunday?
Well, it depends on if I go how I really feel or how Twitter tells me I should feel. Because Twitter says that we still suck and that we improved nothing, and Notre Dame still deserves to be in. But
I was going to, that's funny. I guess I'll do it now because I was going to go into that rant in the middle of our recap. I wrote it right here in parentheses rant. Yeah, that was interesting. It was very interesting. Look, I didn't even man, I didn't even have a problem with people saying Bama looked bad because at that point in the game, it was a fact. They did look bad.
yeah,
There was nothing wrong with saying that to me. My biggest problem was all the freaking idiots just going after the committee and doing the whole bit. And then Bama wins and just shuts them up.
yeah, there was a lot of probably. I wish they kept up with statistics. Probably one of the most deleted tweets in one night Twitter's ever seen. Because I saw a lot of tweets disappearing from that first half.
Yeah, it was called our guy Andre. I hope I said that right. Damn, y'all predicted that Miami game to a T. Whoever won the line of scrimmage battle would prosper. We appreciate that. That's why we hope you tuned in. We didn't. We did not predict the winner right.
No, we did not. But
your boy, your boy had some bookmarks on TikTok from a TikTok video I clipped of myself. It hasn't bit me yet. I guess maybe those people got too drunk in celebration and forgot I existed. But we got called low IQ in one comment. We were also told with Miami rant that I went on, or really my Mario Cristobal rant I went on, was told that apparently podcast gear is cheap. Which, to be fair, this did only cost $40, so he didn't lie. It is cheap. Um, so yeah, it was quite a few mean comments at that Mario shit. But hey, you
and
lose some,
and
you win some.
I mean, we'll get more into the game, but can you really say either team like won that game or lost that game? I mean,
I mean, we'll get into it in a minute, but I did when I left watching that game. Or not left watching it probably about second quarter. I was like, Ohio State's beating whoever wins this game, like beating their ass. And then the line came out, it was 10.5, which I think it's jumped up to 10.5 now. It was, I think, 9.5.
I think it's
Um,
10. I just saw it on
yeah,
ESPN. It was
okay.
10.
So, and I think that would have been the spread, even if it was the Aggies. So, yeah, yeah, I didn't feel too much. Anyway, we'll get into that one in a minute. We'll get into Bama 30. Oh no. We were actually going to talk. Kenny Dillingham turns down Michigan. We'll get into that real quick before we get into the games. Yeah, it looked like Michigan was going all in on DeBoer. Looked like when it was 17-0, they were probably going to get DeBoer. Based off my co-host's text.
Hey, when it was 17-0 and we were sending them to Boer.
Yeah, it was headed. It was headed that way. Then DeBoer has decided to stay again. Yeah, so sounds like Arizona State. Kudos to them. They got that done quick. I've read a few things from Michigan sites. It sounded like Kenny Dillingham. The interest was obviously real on the Michigan side and Kenny Dillingham side. Kudos to him. It sounds like he just he wasn't going to be second fiddle to anybody, and apparently did not like that he wasn't the first priority, and was kind of like rubbed him the wrong way that they were waiting on DeBoer's game, and said, you know what, I'll answer that for you. Because from
Yeah.
everything I've read, it seemed like Michigan was going to wait. If DeBoer lost, they was going to make one final ditch effort and then go all in on DeBoer. I mean, Kenny. I mean, that was pretty much well known nationally, and I think
Yeah.
Kenny seen that and said, "Nah, bro."
I ain't gonna lie, when Sam Levitt announced he was entering the portal, I was like,
Yeah,
he might know something we don't. Um but kudos to him.
Yeah, now where the hell does Michigan turn? It really feels like this is going to be headed towards a interim thing. Although I read an interesting name today, just 10 minutes before we got on the show. I read a very interesting name, Jeff Brom, Louisville.
Really,
Yeah, sounds like there's maybe
you're a
some
big
smoke.
Jeff Brom fan.
Huh?
I said you're a pretty big Jeff Brom fan.
I think he's a good coach. I think that can't be disputed. I can't argue with what he's done nationally. I mean not nationally, offensively. Sorry, I had my kid come in the room. Offensively, I think I think he would do wonders with Bryce Underwood. I think
Yeah.
he would I think he would do wonders. I think he would do wonders. Yeah, I would like Brom there. I don't know if they can get it done. Sounds like Michigan's going to try everything they can not to do an interim thing, but I just don't know who they go after if they don't get Brom. I've seen Eli Drinkwitz stuff in there, but he signed his extension. I mean, I guess that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, that's my whole thing is, I was thinking about that. Like everybody signed an extension, right? I mean, look, everybody has a buyout. Don't get me wrong. It's just a matter if you want to pay it or not. So even if they go interim this year, for a year, I mean, nobody signed a 1-year extension, so everybody's still going to be in the same boat, next year. Maybe the buyout's a little bit less, but not, not much. So I don't know. It just seems like really, really bad timing for Michigan. But I mean, they had to do what they had to do in their case.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I had told people when we were discussing on TikTok, when all this went down, a lot of the general sentiment was, oh yeah, well, no, they were doing this because Moore lost Ohio State. They were just finding an excuse to fire Moore, and I'm like, not with the timing, not with the timing. No. There's a lot of dumb people that run this sport. There's a lot of dumb people that run these schools. That's evidenced by just numerous things that they do that's so stupid. But they are smart at times, and I don't think any school leader is going to want to fire the coach when Michigan fired Moore. I think they had no desire to get rid of Moore at that point in time, and it's showing now because they're in a world of hurt as far as coaching candidates.
I mean, I think the carousel this year saved a lot of coaches their jobs. Mike Norvell. I think if it hadn't have, happened so early in the season with with just everybody getting fired and the carousel starting so early, he'd have been gone this year.
Yeah.
Which, maybe he should go looking into some of these other jobs.
Sorry, apparently my family forgets every Sunday at 6:30 I'm on live on YouTube for some reason that I've been doing for 14 weeks straight. Anyway,
yeah, my wife forgot too. So
because I've now had my daughter in the room, my wife in the room, and ask me questions while they hear you talking. I don't know. Anyway, I hope they don't see this. Yeah, I'll be curious to see where they go. I don't know. If I'm a Michigan fan, I'd be very worried. I've seen a lot of Michigan fans not liking the Brom thing, which I don't understand. They really hate the Eli. What is it with everybody? I don't think I've seen a fan base that Eli's name's been attached to like him. I think he's a coach.
I don't think they realize, like, no offense to Missouri, but what he's done at Missouri has been solid.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's been good for Missouri standards.
I mean, I don't know. People hate it. I think it has more to do with how. I mean, let's be honest. He's goofy. And he does talk a lot of shit. But you know me, I love it.
Hey, you win ball games, you can talk all you want to.
Yeah. Andy, as Pops mentioned, he's scandal free. Scandal free. That is true. It's very true.
That should be what Michigan's looking for right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Do your background check first.
Yeah. Do your back. Apparently, I don't know if Jed Fish may be out of it apparently for some background issues.
Really?
Apparently, something happened at Arizona with a player. I do not want to say this wrong. I can't remember. It was something bad, and Michigan doesn't want to get anywhere near that in terms of what they just went through. Yeah, apparently that's kind of, we'll see, because he's a candidate I haven't seen mentioned. Jason, the TikTok comments roll tide. Yeah, why would there? Let's get to that. Thomas in the comments, then don't say it. LOL. Oh, I didn't really say it. So I didn't say what it was. But yeah,
Just
there's apparently,
go Google it. Let Google get sued if they have it wrong.
I mean, it's being reported on. It's not some Twitter rumor. I mean, it's being
Yeah.
reported. It's been reported by Michigan writers. So I would never put a Twitter rumor on here. But yeah. All right, Bama 34, Oklahoma. Oh, I didn't finish writing the score. What was the final? Oklahoma
24.
24. Okay. Bama with a 10-point win. All right, Austin. We know we let you start on this. What's the we had an instant reaction show where we reacted instantly to it. So now you've had a whole night. Well, you went to bed right instantly because you're old. But you had a couple of minutes before you went to sleep to think about it, and then you had all day today on Sunday to think about it. So what was some more takeaways from that game?
Yeah, the more I've thought about this game, it still just wasn't clean. I'm a little more negative on it than I was in the instant reaction, and not even the 17-0. I mean, even the way we came back, there was some luck involved in it. There was some mishaps on the Oklahoma side of things that definitely helped us, But my biggest thing is what I texted you yesterday, man. One reception for 5 yards. And those are Ryan Williams' stats in that game. And I mean, we've talked about it enough now. Maybe I shouldn't even brought it up, but it just baffles me every game. I keep waiting on him to have that. Um, no screenshots, Pops. But anyhow, I keep waiting on him to have that game where it's like, oh, he's back. There he is. And it's just not happening. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I feel the same as I did going into that game. Defensively, I think we're playing phenomenal. Yes, Oklahoma came out with Pops can get into the X's and O's maybe next week, but with some type of scheme that had us confused, but they fixed that real quick. Did a great job getting pressure on Mateer. I thought the defense just played lights out. I love to hear Womack was talking after the game, and he said that the guys that apparently we don't play very much man-to-man anymore, and he said the guys were pretty much begging him, let us play these guys man-to-man, and let's draw out some blitzes and stuff, and they held their own. So super proud of the defense. Still just a huge question mark on the offense.
When Oklahoma took that 17-0 lead and had a 181 yards to 12 yards lead on them, I was saving some drafts on the X app to fire off into the fire DeBoer into the sun takes that I have not typically joined in on as I'm a big DeBoer. I mean, hell, I had him top 5 in our top 25 coaches ranking in the offseason. But at the beginning, I think I texted you. I don't know if I did or not. That or the group chat, how pathetic of a showing it was, and glad I didn't put that on Twitter because since then they had outscored Oklahoma 34-7. But man, yeah, I thought, and the thing was, like, Oklahoma's offense was looking really good. Like that to me spelled so much trouble for Bama at the beginning. I was like, okay, Bama's looking like what Bama's looked like for several weeks, and Oklahoma's looking like what they haven't looked like in the whole season. Like Mateer was firing off some passes, and They were, hitting the middle of the field. Receivers were doing good. The O-line was doing good. Everything was looking good. I was like, holy, this is going to be a blowout. That was my thoughts. Like, this was going to be a blowout. So kudos to Bama to come back, despite them stealing on mantra, hard to kill. But um, anyway,
I thought it was Oklahoma that had the hard to kill stuff on.
they did too. They
Yeah.
did. You're right. Yeah, it was Oklahoma. Oklahoma's stealing on mantra. That's a Kirby thing. But anyway, whatever.
Leave me
But
alone,
yeah,
Tom. Let me be negative.
let me be- yeah, we're gonna release the files.
Co-
and probably should-
Coach Saban has taught us that we play to a standard, and anything less than that standard is unacceptable.
That is true. But yeah, man, I don't know. I thought Oklahoma was looking really good. I thought Alabama was in trouble. But what I was really impressed with on the Alabama side of things was Ty Simpson. I thought, well, obviously, again, I think he started 2 for 6. That it was like, oh, here we go. But then he looked really good. I mean, he still had some,
Dude,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, if you go back, I swear there was only, I feel like 4 or 5 passes the entire game that he had time.
which was impressive that he was able to do what he did, because that's been
that's
the
what
problem.
I'm saying. Like, and the 4 or 5 passes that he had when he had time were beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to find a way to buy him time. Which, I mean, I think that's one of the better defensive lines in the country. We still found a way to get the ball downfield, but yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a game where it felt like the quarterback was under duress every single play.
Yeah, he was under it, and that I think I seen earlier it was like 55% pressure. Was what, like 55 to 60% pressure, and that's what's really fascinating about the next game, which we're not going to get too much into that. Is Indiana 7th in sack rate, but they do that all from the front 7. Like, they don't bring pressure. They do it off the forward on the D line.
Yeah.
That's going to be fascinating to me in that next game, because they're not going to have to send the house, and I wonder how that affects the pass game, because they're going to be able to drop a lot of people back. So that'll be interesting on that side of things. I mean, hell, and also Indiana's defense held Dante Moore and Julian Sayin to 5.1 yards per dropbacks with 11 sacks, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And I personally like Dante more than Ty Simpson. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. That next game is going to be interesting. So let's go from this angle. What is next for Oklahoma, Austin? I think I would hope it's obvious Mateer's not going to the NFL unless he just takes some really bad advice.
Yeah.
But you'd have Mateer coming back. You have an offensive coordinator coming back, but unless some kind of freaking surprise happens. Maybe Michigan hires him. I don't know. What does the offense? Well, hold on. Let me say this too. Kudos to Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma fans are upset right now, probably emotional, probably want to. But hey, kudos to them for getting it together. Toughest schedule, I would say, probably in the SEC, other than Florida. 10-2 season, make it to the college football playoff. I mean, hell of a season. Turned it around. Future's bright, in my opinion. But yeah, what do you think's next?
No, I'm with you. I think you just keep building on what you have. Honestly, it feels like they're a couple of offensive linemen away.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I was like, you got to fix offensive line. Obvious. And I think you got to get better weapons for Mateer. I think they need to go out and get some receivers, get a tight end. I think the defense is going to be a Brent Venables defense again. I think they could be right in the thick of it. I meant to look up their schedule, but I don't have it. So yeah, nothing to do with anything but Maryland stinks, and we're just running it back with the same thing to coach next year. Hey, we always appreciate people's comments, and he did admit it has nothing to do with nothing. But
Maryland admitted that they ain't spent enough money, so let them give coach some money. Let him give him some money, see what he can do. Give him a couple more years, man.
Hey, if anything, we are a show that allows you to come vent, no matter if we're talking Maryland or not. But you are PW. We appreciate it. Hey, we appreciate it. I came out and I seen the comment pop up over here on the comment section on StreamYard, and I was like, did we talk Maryland any? I was sitting
No,
there,
but
I was like, what the hell?
I can if you want though. They give Mike Locksley some money, and he might can do something.
I think we're both Mike Locksley fans. I think we're both Mike Locksley fans. So I do. I hope they do give him the stuff he needs. This is going to be funny if anybody watches replay. Just talking Bama, Oklahoma, and then we randomly jump into a Maryland discussion. But yeah, I think what's next for Oklahoma is yeah, they got to fix the O-line. They got to go get some weapons. But I think the future's bright. I think the whole, Venables focusing on the defense while also being a head coach is working. I think having a offense coordinator he trusts to coach the offense, and then the Jim Nagy thing that I thought wouldn't work is working. I think that system they put in is really gelling for them, and they'll be curious to see what they do this offseason. So
yeah.
All right. Any way too early. We're not going to dig into it too in depth, but let's do a quick just a little look ahead. Indiana -7.5 now, I think. Was 6.5?
Yeah. I just saw 7, but it could be 7.
Okay, 7. Let's go 7. So -7. What's the Bama fan side of things on the early thoughts? I know you've thought about it today.
Yeah. Look, Indiana's a great football team, but I'll be honest, I think if Cignetti comes out and plays aggressively, it could be a long night for Bama. But we've seen him not be aggressive in this position before, so I'd be curious to see how that pans out. But at the same time, I think it's a game that look, I think Ohio State has the best defense in the country, and they were obviously able to slow down that offense. It wasn't like they put up 50 points on them. So if we can play defense well and give our offense a chance to hang around, I don't think it's a game that can't be won.
I think they could win it. I do. I think they could win it.
That's the thing with Bama, man. That it feels like they could win any game, but it also feels like they could lose to any game.
I think this game, it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be real fascinating. How does Indiana do with that much time off? That to me is going to be a big question in these quarterfinals. These 4 teams that had this long layoff. We saw last year how it did.
How about this? We're talking about, and we're talking football, so I'm not going to get into a whole spiel on the playoff, how it's drawn up and all, but. Once again, the second round of the playoffs, every game but one is a touchdown difference or better.
I was kind of shocked by that.
Yeah.
And the one that I thought was going to be closer is not the one I expected it to be. Like Oregon Tech is not what I expected. Maybe that's me just not falling into I just have not fallen into I think Texas is a great team. I just think the offense, but I was generally shocked that one was 1.5. I thought Indiana was going to be favored. I really did. I didn't think it was going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised at the Ohio State one. I thought that one actually was going to be even higher.
Yeah, that one I'm not shocked at either.
Now, Georgia one I was a little shocked by because, I mean, if you go look up any advanced metrics, they've got that one as only like Georgia favored by 3.
Yeah,
I
was thinking 3 to 4.5, somewhere in there with Ole Miss, but I don't know. Yeah. Be interesting to see. Last year we had a lot of blowouts on some games we were hoping to be good. I hope we don't get that this year.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't care. As long as one of them's not a blowout, I don't care about the other.
Yeah. Couple of questions on TikTok. Bryson asked, have you posted your brackets? And user, I'm not going to say all those numbers, but user and 10,000 numbers asked, what's your final four? We talked about that Thursday. Appreciate the questions, but we'll quickly now. If you want to see the whole bracket, what we predicted, go watch Thursday's replay. We talked about it at the end of the show. Our final four, I think, ended up being Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State.
Yeah,
I think that was our consensus. I think we both agreed on that. I think we got everything right, but the Miami one. We predicted Texas A&M to win. So we went what 3-1, 4-1, 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
I mean, considering two of them were cupcakes, that's not.
I mean, not that impressive.
Great.
But
but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. SEC in the comments. I'm assuming that's not the real conference, but they do have the SEC logo. It's not. But Bama, Georgia, and the Natty, book it. I hope not. Anyway, yeah. All right, let's get into Miami, Texas A&M. Miami 10, Texas A&M 3. We got, like we said, we got all the games right, but this one.
What a weird game.
Very weird. And we had a comment earlier that we nailed the line of scrimmage thing, and we did. I don't want to brag on us too bad, but we got to take our wins when we have our losses. We did nail the line of scrimmage game. I thought one of the quarterbacks was going to play better. I thought it was also going to come down to quarterback play, and quite frankly, they kind of both sucked, to be honest with you. I think we can use that. Now that they're paid professionals, I think we can use that word. They just both sucked. I thought Reed was inaccurate. His footwork was shaky. He kind of was bouncing around in the pocket. We had brought that up a couple of times this year. And then Beck, I don't know, Beck just looked bad. It was kind of a weird game. It was a weird game. I was entertained. I was entertained.
I text you that when it was 3-3. And I said that this game should be boring, but I don't feel like it is, and that's kind of what I was trying to say when I text you that. It just felt like both. I mean, both kudos to both defenses. They did both play well.
They played really well.
But I think the star of the game had to be Miami's D line.
That Bain guy.
Dude is a beast.
He's a beast. Some people were really mad at his. I don't know if you've seen it. I can't post it on here. YouTube might ban us, but he had some very nasty choice words that in an Instagram live video for Texas A&M, and people are mad at him. But I'm, calling them classless. But I mean, Texas A&M O lineman came out in the press conference, talked some major shit to him. They weren't worried. I don't blame him. He kind of showed out in that game.
Hey, it's Miami. That's what it's supposed to be.
I know, right?
Bring back the bad boys in Miami.
Bring it
I'm
back.
here for it.
I'm here for it. I'm going to watch the U documentary when we get off now. I'm so hyped about it. I thought, I'll tell you one thing on the Miami side that annoyed the hell out of me is their offense coordinator. What was up with all the cute shit? When Mark Fletcher, dude, there was times. Now, if you go look at the stat line after I say this, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? Because he had 17 carries for 170 yards. But there was so many times, for example, there was a lot of chunk plays he was having early on. It was yards of 7, 10, 17, 24, and 13. But then it was in the third quarter, they got inside the Aggies 10, and he didn't get a single touch where they settled for a field goal. And there was times where he would pop off with a run, for a good chunk, and they would just pass.
Yeah.
And then they would do all this trickery shit. And it's it was obvious Aggies couldn't stop the run, which has been a problem for them all year. And I don't know. I felt like I know the stat line looks great. It does. 17 carries. I think it was 176. I think he was getting 13 yards a pop, something like that. It looked great, but I felt like the dude could have had 300 yards if they would just I was kind of surprised because I was surprised Mario didn't go choke his OC because usually Mario is a pretty conservative guy, but he kept letting his offense coordinator do some stupid trickery shit, and it's save that for the Ohio State game. I don't mind if you do that against Ohio State,
right?
But it felt
you're going to need to pull. I don't think you can put hat on the hat with Ohio State and beat them. I feel like you're going to have to pull something.
Yeah. We got a question in TikTok. We'll get to that towards the end of the show. I'll remember that. Remind me, SEC asked a question.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with this game, but anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I thought that was, I just thought, I don't know. But we did talk about the beginning of the show. I feel like watching this game, I don't want to take away nothing from either team, but it just felt like I don't think either one could beat Ohio State.
Yeah, no, I agree. I got one thing I got to say. I know you're fussing about Miami's offensive coordinator, but I'm gonna fuss about A&M's offensive coordinator for a minute.
Let's go.
You've got, regardless of what this game looked like, regardless of both teams had a shot at winning this thing at the end of the game. Miami scores a minute and 50 seconds left to go up by a touchdown, and A&M puts together the best drive by either team of the whole game. You have a quarterback who's been struggling, but he's also arguably one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country. And you get inside the 5-yard line and you try to make him throw it across the middle why do you not design some type of RPO there for your quarterback to just run it in?
Yeah.
I don't know. That I blew a gasket at that point. Like, just be who you are. That was not the right play in that situation. For Marcel Reed to make, and it cost him the game.
Yeah.
And I had to hear it all day because my wife picked Miami to win. And she had no clue how close they came to actually losing because she didn't see the ending of it.
Yeah, we got the text in the group chat too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm still mad about our ESPN bracket. I didn't do a tiebreaker, so I have 0.0% chance to win. So kind of sucks.
I mean, I picked Georgia to win, so I pretty much had 0.0%.
Yeah, I'm gonna release the files. I'm gonna release the files. Probably shouldn't use that word.
Yeah, probably not.
Ridge asked.
I said, if anybody with the FBI is watching, that was a joke. Legal purposes.
I'm not releasing those files. Releasing the Austin text files of his Alabama thoughts. Ridge in the chat asked thoughts on Alabama. Ridge, if you could, go to YouTube at College Sports Crew, capital C, capital S, capital C, and rewind it back. We talked Alabama somewhere probably 10, 15 minutes into the show. We started the Alabama talk. So if you would, just go over to YouTube and we're live right now on YouTube. So just rewind it back and then finish watching us. Yeah. So what's next for the Aggies? To me, I think you just got to keep developing Reed. I think Reed is a good quarter. I think he did get a lot better this year than he was last year, but I don't think he was as great. I remember mid-season, some people were talking Heisman, and I never felt that with Reed. Even when he was looking his best, I thought he still had so much work to do. But he did improve. He improved a lot from 2024. So I think they just need to keep working with him. He's a young kid. I think he's a sophomore. Just keep working on his footwork, get him better. I think they've got to find a way to stop the run. The run defense has got to get fixed. They got gashed so much in the run game this year. Arkansas, I think UTSA had success on them. And then Miami, a couple of teams. Texas, I think Texas ran the ball, and that team couldn't run the ball all year. So yeah, that to me is Elko's a phenomenal coach. It'll keep rolling. It's new times in Aggies, and yeah, Aggie fans just like Oklahoma should be pretty damn happy.
Yeah, well, I might push back a little bit there. I'm not saying they don't have anything to build on, and I'm a huge Mike Elko fan, and I think he's doing a phenomenal job there. They had a great season. I don't want to take away from that, but at some point you got to call it what it is, and I think they benefited from a very easy schedule.
I mean, they did.
They did not play a single playoff caliber team all season.
Clip that.
I'll put that there for you. Next year, listen to this.
Oh God. Oh God.
This is their schedule. They have Arizona State coming to College Station.
Okay.
They go to LSU.
Okay.
They go to Missouri. They go to Alabama. They have Tennessee coming. They go to Norman to play Oklahoma, and then they play Texas.
Yeah.
I don't. You go 11-1 with that schedule. Come talk to me. Like I said, I hope they have a great season. I hope they do go 11-1 as long as that one loss is at Bryant Denny Stadium. But I don't know. They did benefit from a weaker schedule this year, and I think it showed up a little bit there towards the end of the season. So, but I'm with you. Keep building. Develop Marcel Reed, and good luck next year with that schedule.
That schedule is going to be tough.
Yeah. SEC said, "Hey, I hope you enjoyed this year because we got you next year."
We got you. We got you. All right. Yeah, Oregon beat the crap out of James Madison. Ole Miss beat the crap out of Tulane. I don't know. I think I'm not going to take nothing away from the Oregon game. I will say the Ole Miss Tulane game, I was fascinated by how well Tulane was able to move the ball on them. They could have made it a game if they had a couple of red zone opportunities. I think it was 4 or 5 opportunities there at the beginning of the game where they were in the red zone and just couldn't come away with points. I mean, that first drive, they were gashing Ole Miss left and right. They were throwing the ball well. They were running the ball well. Is it crazy to say I left that game feeling better about Georgia Ole Miss, even though it was 41-10? I kind of left that game feeling better. Now I will say, kudos. Ole Miss offense is not going to be an issue. I think they looked exactly like they would look if Lane was there.
Yep.
Charlie Weiss did a phenomenal job, and from as much love as Lane Kiffin gets, Charlie does call plays. I think it's a collaborative effort, but Charlie does call plays. He's always called plays at Ole Miss. I think Lane chimes in when he's in the mood to chime in, but I think for the most part, Charlie does call plays. So their offense looked really good. I don't know. Oregon beat the shit out of James Madison. There's your analysis.
Yeah. I almost wanted to go on a rant about this tonight and what it should be and what it shouldn't be, but I've heard so much of it. On
That's
Twitter,
me. I don't feel like doing it.
And I'm kind of over it. I think to me it's one of those things. I go back to your speech you gave to Penn State when they fired James Franklin.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you made your decision. You made the right decision. Stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how I feel about the playoffs. Look, other fan bases can complain about who got in, who didn't get in. But at the end of the day, that was done. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to too, but I don't feel like the people coming after me like they've done all weekend that I hate the G5. I said I wasn't going to do it. The only thing I do hate is I just hate this idea that you just hate the G5 if you have an opinion that doesn't,
Absolutely.
That's what aggravates me, man. I love the G5. I think G5 is entertaining football. I love the FCS too. I watched my Grizzlies. What is it with my teams having problems with their biggest rivals? It really pisses me off. I'm really tired of it. Georgia had an Alabama problem. Apparently, my Grizz has a freaking Montana State problem, and it's pissing me off.
Kind of a beatdown too.
My God, I'm so sick of it. Get my hopes up every time they face the Bobcats, and I get, God, dog it. Sorry, we are not an FCS show, but I loved FCS. Look, I had the FCS game on the big screen while Ole Miss and Tulane was on my iPad. So don't sit here and tell me I don't like the little guys. Don't like I don't care to hear it. Just because I don't think two G5 teams should get in, and just because I think the G5 should have their own playoff, doesn't mean that I hate them. I mean,
Listen,
my God, I watch Canadian football whenever it comes on because there's no other football on. So don't tell me you freaking nerds. Don't tell me what I hate.
we said we weren't going to do it, and here we are.
Yeah, we
But,
did it.
dude, you and I both talk about that all the time. We love the G5. I love the opportunities that it gives kids to showcase that maybe didn't get a chance to go to a P4 school. I love the opportunity that it gives the coaches to prove themselves and kind of start their career. I If there's a G5 game on, there's no other football game on, it's on the TV. Like, I don't know how else to say that. However, here's what I will say about them getting into the playoffs. Because I love the G5 is why they shouldn't be in the playoffs. It's disrespectful to their fans, to their players, to their coaches to have to get all excited about, hey, we made it into the college football playoffs, and to sit there and watch your team get beat 41-10. Tulane was a damn good football team this season. James Madison was a great football team this season, but they're not as big as the boys that go to these P4 schools. And they're just outsized. Yes, maybe they win one. Maybe there's an upset once every 15 years, and we'll talk about that for the next 20 years to come. But it's just not fair to them to get all excited about being in the playoffs, and the media tries to act like we're going to try to make it out like it's going to be a good game, and sit there and watch your team just get embarrassed. That's not fair.
Yeah. Clip that. I'm not going to do it. You did it for
Damn
me.
it.
So.
All right.
You are going to be hated on TikTok. I'm actually going to put Twitter too, because that's where the G5ers live. So they are going to hate.
I hope I tell the G5ers to come watch the show. We'll talk about your games.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and we do. You know what's frustrating when I hear people say that is like we're a show that legitimately tries to find a way. We do a 5 big preview in the regular season, and we look for the 5 biggest matchups. But what we try to do also is we try to spread it. We don't look. We could easily every week do 5 between the SEC and Big Ten, mainly SEC, and be done. Like we could be done, but we legit try to make an effort to do a Big 12 and a G5 game.
Could you imagine Saturday night if James Madison and Tulane were playing?
Yeah, I would have watched that.
Oh, that would have been an awesome game. That would have been the first game on our slate to talk about tonight.
Yeah, it would have been amazing. I would have loved it. But yeah. Anyway, well, let's see if we got any comments before we leave that I missed. Buckeyes.
You said you had one from SEC.
Thank you. SEC asked our thoughts on Will Muschamp. Should have brought that up at the top of the show because I don't think we brought that up.
I guess we should have. I don't know.
I don't know either. I know that's
I feel like that's a terrible, but honestly, that's kind of how I feel on it. Is he ready? Like, I felt like he was kind of removing himself from this and said he wasn't going to be doing it anymore. And I mean, is he ready to go all in?
I feel like some people. First off, my thoughts on it is, I don't know. Texas's defensive coordinator is pretty respected, and he's a pretty damn good DC. I thought Sark's comments were Bush League. He made some comments about how this will allow him to focus more on the offense, which, by the way, is way more broken than the defense ever has been. I mean, you want to fire somebody. Let's look at your O-line coach. Let's look at your receivers coach, where your receivers couldn't do the one effing job a wide receivers are supposed to do, and that's catch a damn ball. Like, I don't know why we're trying to fire the DC. Look, we called out Texas's defense as being slightly overrated, but I thought that's what's been carrying this team for the last 2 years, 3 years, because the Quinn offense before Arch wasn't that great either. Damn it. So it's been, I don't know. I didn't like that. Will Muschamp, I think people forget he has not called a defense, guys, since Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't at South Carolina as the head coach. He didn't at Georgia, despite people thinking, I don't know why people think he did. He didn't. He was just a co-DC. Glenn Schumann's called the defense since he's been the DC there. I mean, he helped, but he didn't call plays. He hasn't called plays in a long time. Now, I think Will's always been a great DC. I do. I think Will's been a phenomenal DC most of his life. I mean, those Florida defenses were nasty. The Auburn defenses were nasty. I thought the South Carolina defenses at that time were really good when he was there. I thought a lot of areas at Georgia improved when he was there, but he wasn't calling plays. So, I mean, Athletes Forum podcast asked the same thing. Does he still have it? That's how I feel. That's exactly what Austin just said too. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Can I say it? Please.
What?
Just say yes.
Yes.
It's Texas just so bad wants to be Georgia. All right. Anyway, let's leave it on that note. We hit 47 minutes. I don't know how, but we did it. All right. A couple of show notes. Coach Pops is, I think he's going live. I can't look at my phone because I'm on TikTok live. I think it's Coach Pops can remind us Monday. I think he's going live with the Veteran Sports Voice podcast. Y'all tune into that. I think he's going live Tuesday with the Coach's Corner after me and Adam's show. And I think he mentioned possibly Wednesday, but we'll confirm with him. But I know for sure Monday and Tuesday with Veteran Sports Voice podcast, Coach's Corner, that those two shows will be live. Me and Adam will be back Tuesday with Sweet Tea in the SEC to cover the SEC games, do a little look ahead and all that stuff. Me and Austin. Oh my, he punched a fan?
DK Metcalf.
Oh my gosh.
I got the notification. It says DK Metcalf takes swing at a Lions fan during the game today.
What are we doing?
Oh, anyhow, sorry.
What are we doing? I haven't got only notification I've got. Oh, Athletes Forum podcast. I seen your DM. I got you. Jerry Jones admits management has played a big role in Dallas's 30-year Super Bowl.
That sounds like trouble. That sounds like my wife admitting she was wrong. It just doesn't happen, and it's not gonna mean what you think it does.
This motherfucker. All right. Jerry Jones. That son of a bitch. Anyway.
The one guy that can get Chris to cuss like he wants to on air.
I can't stand him. Anyway. Yeah. So we'll be back Tuesday, me and Adam for the SEC show. Me and Austin, schedule change. We'll be live Friday. Possibly Friday. The day after Christmas. We were going to go live Christmas night, but we our two wives who never say no on anything when it pertains to the show put their foot down. Absolutely not was we working Christmas night. According to both.
And you know what? Fair
enough. They have allowed us to do this. I have supported us doing this for 2 years now. So they kind of put the foot down and said, absolutely not. You are not doing this Christmas night. So, yeah, we will not be going live Christmas night. We'll go live the day after Christmas, and we will preview the big quarterfinals matchup. So tune into that. Yeah, so guys, please. We got almost 30 of you watching. And we've got a couple of y'all watching from the season Twitter page because we've linked up that page and the College Crew Twitter to try to get you guys to go on over to the College Crew new Twitter page. We will not, at some point, we'll stop going live on season account, but trying to get the people that, had to watch the show regularly to watch it, for one, and to two, to let y'all know we are now at a new platform. So please, if you're on the season account watching this, go to @College Crew on Twitter. hit the subscribe or the follow button, and you can watch us there. YouTube, please go hit subs. We've had to start all over. We went from 400 subs. Now we're, starting fresh. I think we're almost to 50 now.
First week, we're at 47 subs in a week. Yeah. I think it's huge. So our goal was to get to 50 in this first week. So if three of you are out there that hadn't subscribed, please go hit it. So we can hit our goal.
Love to get that goal. And then let's shoot for 100. Let's get to 100, and then we're off. And that's at College Sports Crew on YouTube. Capital C, capital S, capital C. Again, we appreciate everybody. We hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas week. We hope Austin has a great week at work while I'm a great week at home.
Shut up, man.
And he's going to try to call me at 7 a.m, and I'm going to ignore it. All right. Much love. We'll see y'all next time.